Parking spots for women only. There you go. These spaces will be 40% wider than normal spots to prevent parking accidents. I agree with you. So this sounds like a yes. This sounds like a unanimous yes. Absolutely. And don't worry, we didn't forget about another group facing their own parking hurdles. Introducing golden parking spots. That looks totally like me, man.
Golden.
Be sure to see the full video.
Golden.
Drop it like it's open. What do I do? That is a fantastic question, and yet
Realizing with my fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz name my garbage disposal, they call that motherfucker the incinerator. Realizing with my fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz name my garbage disposal, they call that motherfucker the incinerator.
did the Covenant have any other names for humans like demons for Spartans? That is a fantastic question, and yes, they did. For starters, not only did they call Spartans demons, but they also thought that corpses, which I find super cool. But Spartans weren't the only soldiers getting things done against the Covenant. ODSTs were especially effective against the Covenant. And for this, the Covenant bestowed the name Imp upon them, keeping in line with the religious insults like demon from the Spartans. There are even elites that talk about ODSTs arriving on the battlefield conveniently already packaged inside their own coffins. The Covenant also had sort of general nicknames for humanity as a whole, like vermin, parasite, that sort of thing. One of their favorite ones was Nishu, which was an intestinal parasite on some humans. But one of their best nicknames was for the Brutes, Gerald and Bool, Gerald being the first portion of the Brutes' species name, Hana, and Bool being this healing word for block of wood, so Gerald and Bool. In the already packaged incidents, the Covenant bestowed the name Imp, round, relatively speaking, and for this, the Covenant bestowed the name Imp upon them, keeping in line with the religious insults like demon from the Spartans. There are even elites that talk about ODSTs arriving on the battlefield conveniently already packaged inside their own coffins. The Covenant also had sort of general nicknames for humanity as a whole, vermin, parasite, that sort of thing. One of their favorite ones was Nishu, which was an intestinal parasite on some humans. But one of their best nicknames was for the Brutes, Gerald and Bool, Gerald being the first portion of the Brutes' species named Hana, and Bool being this healing word for block of wood. So Gerald and Bool is basically calling them dumb as a block of wood, which really is some of their best work in some block of wood. Did the Covenant have any?
Si t'as envie d'essayer, pourquoi pas? Pourquoi pas? Tu vois, non mais franchement, pourquoi pas? C'est des petits animaux qui peuvent se trouver facilement en animalerie quand tu sais quelle boîte prendre. Ah, ça t'étonne ça, hein? Je vais tout expliquer. Je vais tout expliquer de A à Z. Ok les amis, je passe aux animaux suivants, je remets mon petit c'est toi ici. Hop, alors. Caroline, Caroline. C'est qui Caroline? Caroline, c'est la menthe. C'est ma menthe bouclier. Il est temps de passer au repas. Séquence satisfaction. On va tourner ensemble. C'est parti. Alors attention, Caroline, il faut commencer en droite. Hop, on est juste ici.
That was Tagila. That was Tagila. Because I saw the red. Oh, it wasn't Tagila, okay.
There's a car battery that went inside.
I remember coming in here once before and getting blown the fuck up. friendly scab. I'm scared. There's a nice plate carrier on this body here. Oh, there's the gun. I'm glad I saw the gun next to his dead body. It's okay. I stole these from somebody. Why would I feel bad for even a moment? That's a completely full inventory, so... this is like level 3. Oh, it's a 5 class, wow. Can't fold them. Let's take that big fucker into the next raid. How big is this thing? I am a hoarder. I need to stop this. But at the very least, I've gotten efficient at being worthlessly resourceful. Zaya be shoot a bleed, bleed, oh bleed all over your body, bleed. Oh, I just bleeded all over your mother, bleed. Yeah, no. Water. 20-minute. Whoa, that looks like a mean scav shotgun. Looks mean as hell. Alright, so. What can we. I've seen those before. Exit factory, alright. It looks like I missed out on a couple of the tasks, and that's okay. Really, you won't buy that? I thought that would be good. Like, incredible to buy. I suppose not. Contact 4. Contact 6. Okay. That's way past this one. Yeah, I missed the old volume mixer without any question. Tarkov Inventory Management Guide. Slow-mo, guys!
I'm not just an explosion. I'm 2,500 frames per second of high-octane, fuel-injected devastation detonating in slow cinematic poetry. Watching this much beauty on a phone is like watching a sunrise through a scroll. Let's put me on something bigger. Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV.
What's going on? Shitheads, today on what's going on, shitheads? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to have the mathematically correct stash in Escape from Tarkov. I can get up and escape from Tarkov in as little as 15 seconds. Back into another raid, new meds, new ammunition, and this is perfect for anyone. Are you a content creator? Guess what? Your chat doesn't want to see you fumbling around your fucking stash, dude. Are you the guy in your group single-handedly selling each item after raid while your friends are hemming and hawing you to get your ass in the lobby? That's not going to be you anymore. You're going to have an infinite amount of time. Maybe you're playing solo. Guess what? The 4 hours you had to play in the evening is going to be 4 hours of actually playing the game and not, 2 hours and 2 hours of sitting in your...
I like this guy. I like this fella a lot. I'm immediately subscribing and liking the video. Before they tell me, oh, before we get into it, please like and subscribe to the video. That's what a good energy does. It took 39 seconds of speaking to the soul in a proper way. And I'll admit, it takes a lot of luck. It takes a lot of circumstance. It takes a lot of bullshittery. But it also takes a lot of effort. And this fella, he's got the passion along with it. So that I respect. Tickle me pink. Might not have subscribed if I saw the name first. No, I'm just joshing. I'm joshing. I think I'm funny when I'm insulting. That's why I have no goddamn friends.
What's going on, shitheads? What's going on, shitheads? Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to have the mathematically correct stash in Escape from Tarkov. I can get up in Escape from Tarkov. It is little. It's 15 seconds back into another raid. New meds, new ammunition, and this is perfect for anyone. Are you a content creator? Guess what? Your chat doesn't want to see you fumbling around your fucking stash, dude. Are you the guy in your group single-handedly selling each item after raid while your friends are hemming and hawing you to get your ass in the lobby? That's not going to be you anymore. You're going to have an infinite amount of time. Maybe you're playing solo. Guess what? The 4 hours you had to play in the evening is going to be 4 hours of actually playing the game and not 2 hours and 2 hours of sitting in your stash with your head up your ass. Every single one of you guys can benefit from this, so let's begin. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is going to be a 2-part video. You're going to absolutely have to watch and understand this video for me to do the follow video, and it's how I became the richest player in Escape from Tarkov and held down that title when there was actually leaderboards in the game. And it was all thanks to this system right here and everything I'll teach you in that video. So stay tuned for that and make sure you watch and understand this. All right, the first step you have to do, you need to clean your fucking stash. First things first, sell literally everything you're not going to use. Anything that's not a quest item, get it out of your stash. Only keep high tier ammunition that you will use, weapons and armor that you see yourself using soon, and those quest items and whatever cases and keys you currently have. Other than that, sell fucking everything. You'll probably want to keep your backpacks too. If you have any kits in your stash that you're honestly scared to use, either use it and lose it or go ahead and sell it. You're gonna want as much stash space as you can for this strategy, and any capital you can get your hands on is also gonna make this even better. With your backpacks for now, just go ahead and stack them all up and put them all the way in the bottom of your stash in a corner, and we'll get to them in a little bit. And they specifically need to be in the bottom of your stash. All right, the next thing is cases. Now, if you're watching this video, I already assume you've played Tarkov for a good amount of time and you know how important cases are. For an example, a key bar, it's a 1x1 slot in your stash, and it can go inside of other cases, which we'll go into soon. It can go ahead and turn one slot into 16 slots. So any sort of case you can get your hand on, go ahead and buy them. It's gonna make this so much easier. I'm gonna go through all the different depot cases that I recommend you guys get in just a minute, but the cases are huge. It's the #1 investment that you can get in Tarkov outside of making your stash bigger or purchasing keys.
Oh, my
So
game
make
crashed.
sure you're buying those cases whenever you can. Whatever weapon you want. Underneath that, I want you guys to start laying down your cases. So a huge one to get is your thick items case. I like to in a second. And the more money, let's do this to counter back to this video. All right, now that you've sold just about everything, you have a lot more room in your stash. What I want you to do with the equipment you're actually going to keep, the kits you see yourself using, those keys, those cases, those backpacks that you're not going to get rid of, you need to move every single one of them down to the bottom of your stash. And this might seem a little counterproductive. Auto sort's not going to work. When you control click items, whenever you come to your stash, you're going to need to go to your bottom of your stash. But trust me, it's all part of the plan, and you guys are going to absolutely love this. This system is devised so you spend the least amount of time clicking back and forth, and you can kit out and depot extremely fast. I don't see anyone else do this system either. So the more space you can get towards the top of your stash, the longer you're gonna be able to go and the more efficient this becomes. Really, the more space you can get your hands on, the faster you can kit, the faster you can depot, and the more money you'll actually be making. That being said, all of us have different stash spaces. Maybe you have EOD, maybe you haven't upgraded your stash in game yet, maybe you purchased the stash upgrade on the website. If you're also really low on money, you might need a little bit less space. You're gonna be wanting to sell a little bit more, but we'll cover that in a second. All right, now we have this whole maybe top half of our stash. It is our depot section. Underneath that, I want you guys to start laying down your cases. So a huge one to get is your thick items case. I like to put all my ammo cases, my med cases, etc. into this right here, as well as my key bars, my dogs cases, my sit cases, anything like that, grenades cases. I like to keep them right there for things I'm actually going to use. Other than that, right next to these cases, I like to run a lot of different junk boxes. So these junk boxes, buy as many as you can get, or even better, if you can barter for them, barter and get as many as you can get. I like to run around 6 junk boxes, which seems overkill. And you'll see I'll do like Tech 1 and Tech 2. So Tech 1 is just 1x1 items, really small, and Tech 2 is anything 2x1, 2x2 bigger to throw in there, and it really helps the depot time. If you run a lot of interchange, you'll fill up one of these boxes in 2-3 raids. You want to be able to keep it going no matter what. You're going to be depoting that stuff into those boxes. I also like to keep a construction box, if you will. Construction 1, construction 2. That's like things like your metal parts, for example, right? Your car batteries. Things you're gonna find inside, inside of like industrial loot. And a lot of like high hideout upgrading items. Alright, outside of that, I like to have an ammo depot box, and maybe you can go with 2 of them. So, for example, I'll have 1 ammo depot box. It's just ammo that I intend to sell on the flea market. And everything that goes in these boxes is only for the flea market. We're not putting in anything in these boxes that's meant to be sold to traders. Other than that, I'll have another ammo depot box of ammunition that I'll actually use. I'll go ahead and throw these into my thick items case and then pull out a new box as I need. And these are just my depot boxes. You can do the same thing with a Mr. Holodnik.
Why do I feel every single fucking action has so much weight to it? Sometimes it does, that's why. But it doesn't right now. It doesn't.
She just started doing really crazy things. Like what? There was one time when Takia and I were talking, she kept interrupting. She decided it would be a good idea to wrestle me, and I had a long dress on. She took her fingers and shoved her finger in my behind, and I pushed her off.
want to go ahead and put your cokes in there, your hot rod, big items case, and then pull it in a new box as I need. And these are just my depot boxes. You can do the same thing with a Mr. Holodnik, for example, right? So if you want to go ahead and put your cokes in there, your hot rod, your moonshine, that way you're just not selling after every single raid. Those, high value consumable items, if you will. You can have your own separate Mr. Holodnik for food you actually need. Two other depot boxes you can add is a dog tags case if you like to take advantage of those dog tag garters, and you can also add a grenades case. Maybe you're not a big fan of using dog 25s. Well, they sell for quite a lot. You can just depot them right here and sell them big and bulk. Alright, underneath all of these cases, I like to run just my equipment. Normally I'll use items cases and throw in my rigs, my armored rigs, my armor, and I'll surround them with helmets, right? As well as that, I like to run some weapon cases down here. You're gonna break down all of your weapons, take off any huge parts of them, namely the magazine and the pistol grip. You can just sell them, but if it's like a really rare magazine, if you will, maybe it's like an AS Valve 30 rounder, they're selling for quite a lot, you could throw them in a magazine case, right? But most magazines, they're no big deal. Alright, you're looking pretty good now. The only change I want you to make at the very top of your stash now is you're gonna put whatever immediate refreshers you're gonna need after a raid. So I like to run things like fresh meds at there. Run a meds case or a meds backpack, fresh shaluas, fresh morphines, your injector of choice, your splints, your bandages, your hemostats, anything to quickly refresh on those items. I also like to keep a grenade case. Any of my grenades, I need to go ahead and grab them really quickly. No big deal. I have that done. Up there as well, I like to keep a money case. That's just for any items that we sell or any loose ruble we need to get rid of. We throw it right there when we can control it in. What we're doing is a little movements as possible. And we'll start by filling up that money case first whenever we do sell items, and swapping it into our thick case later on, putting a new money case up in the top, right? All about efficiency. Other than that, I like to keep a little bit of food and water at the top of the stash. You can keep it in a Holodnik, or you can just use some really condensed food you can get a lot of food out of. So for example, like an aquamarine, especially if you have elite metabolism, you're usually not going to be needing a lot of food and water. So I just keep a little bit at the top. And those are all of your consumable items, so you're not searching for those in the middle of a raid. Now you can just keep these in your thick case. This is really personal preference. So if you want the maximum efficiency, you'll want to keep those at the top. Alright, the next thing you need to do to really save yourself a lot of time is stockpile on anything you like to use. Maybe you're a big fan of 5.56 in Escape from Tarkov right now. Well, going ahead and buying 8.55A1 as much as you can from the vendors would be a no-brainer. Or maybe you feel that way about 308. So then you're going to go ahead and stockpile on 308. So once every couple hours, you're just going to buy in bulk things you like to use. And this is going to change for every single person, especially depending on what your dollar cost average is on your kits in game. Just go ahead and refresh on those things you like to use. And it's best to use a couple different calibers, and a couple different types of armor. That way you're not running into issues. You always have a supply of gear, weapons, and ammunition that fits your budget and will put people down, or really, succeed with whatever you need to do. Maybe it's questing, maybe you need to go ahead and learn a new map, maybe you're just PvPing, getting that dollar cost average in that kit, so you always have that same thing around. You're not having to put together some sort of weird kit on the flea market or going to the traders trying to decide what you want to run. I would also recommend that you make a lot of weapons you like to run. Go ahead, turn them into presets, and just build them in bulk. Go ahead and remove the magazines and the pistol grips as we talked about, and throw them in your cases. We'll cover the efficient way of actually gearing up with this method in just a second, but this way you're never wasting your time buying things from the traders. Alright, next up, you need to actually gear up using this method. It's a little bit weird, but let me go ahead and teach you. So first things first, you're going to press page down. It's automatically going to teleport you to the bottom of your stash, and you're going to grab a backpack. Throw one on the sorting table, throw the stack back in the slot you had them in your stash, slap that baby on with Alt plus left click, and click through your gear and quickly equip your, your helmet, your rig, whatever else you need. Go ahead, go to the top of your stash and grab yourself the meds you need. Pick whatever weapon you want from your weapons case. Go to your preset, finish preset. It'll automatically load in a magazine and a pistol grip. You remove that magazine, right click it, buy however many you want from the flea market. It'll autofill from the traders. Right click your magazines, run your ammo presets in each one of those. Unload one of the magazine presets, slide it into your container, top up each of the loose ammunition stacks now in your container. Right click that magazine, reload it, move a bullet into the chamber, and you are
do it
ready to go.
1,500 times. Sure, it's easy.
Alright, you've experienced sweet, sweet victory. Guess what? All you need to do is control left click your backpack into the stash. Other than that, you're going to grab a new backpack with the same system I taught you. Just page down, grab one from the bottom of your stash, and get ready to roll. Other than that, refresh your consumables and toss any loose loot you might have in your container or in your vest. Throw that in your stash. I like to keep my trader cell items in my vest, or in a high value item in my pouch, obviously, and then I divvy those up. Maybe I'll put all the high value items in a certain container down at the bottom of my stash, and I can easily just therapist off those low value items or sell them to mechanic, whatever makes it buttery smooth. You're ready to go back into another raid. There's not a whole lot of thought process involved in it. Other than that, just do your consumable items. Top off your magazine, top off your loose ammo, make sure you have fresh meds, and you're ready to run another raid, just like that. So you can do this maybe at the start of every day. You can do it whenever you run out of money. You can do it at the end of the day. I like to do mine maybe every couple days. If I've been streaming for a long period of time, maybe I'll have to do it several times a day. You can do it whenever you want. Sounds like we're talking about masturbation or something. But anyways, at some point you're going to need to organize this. It's no big deal. All you're going to want to do is have no backpack on. Go ahead and grab one, put it on your PMC, or throw it in the sorting table. The sorting table is more preferable as you can angle it just right, so it's the minimum amount of distance between your depot cases and your backpack. You're just going to go through and depot them in all of your organized cases that you've labeled however you want, whatever makes sense to you, and just drop off all of the flea items in their respective cases. Any items that you can sell for good value to traders, they'll just throw automatically in the top of your stash. Add that backpack down to the backpack stack. It's nice you already have it in the sorting table, so you can just take your stack, put it on top, throw it back in position, and go through all of your backpacks doing this. Once you're done with all of your backpacks, all you have to do is sell off those items that aren't being fleed to the respective traders and start the system all over again. I would recommend you only sell items from your cases whenever they actually spike up in value, or if you're out of money, then the only other condition is when the case is full. We'll cover that in the next video on how you can make about 3 times the profit playing the game the exact same way you are right now. You'll need to know this system first and foremost. It all has to do with little flea market gimmicks. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.
My mom. Escape from Tarkov, low-level looting and selling guide. It's the same video we just watched.
Today we're back with the budget kits for 1.0, and we're going to go right from the beginning for a basically barely playable kit, all the way up to the high tier stuff that you should probably be aiming for once you get to about level 20 or 30 or so. So let's start right away with a empty guide, and we are going to do different things depending on whether we've got a gamma or an alpha, but we'll come to that a little bit later. So what are the things that you absolutely need to have when you're going to go into a raid? So we're going to start off at the top, move down to the bottom. So on the earpiece, when you first load in, you only have a couple of traders available to you, which is basically Therapist and Ragman. So this is quite different to other previous patches, because normally you have all the traders bar Jaeger right from the word go, and Ref of course, and that normally allows you to buy lots of different things, whereas at level 1, you can't buy anything, you can't even buy any guns. So first things first, you're going to want to extract out of interchange from Ragman's first mission, and that basically unlocks Skier, and Skier is the first trader that we can actually buy a lot of useful stuff from, including this, which is the M32 headset. It's quite expensive, and at the beginning you should probably just use whatever headset you have. Any headset is better than no headset, and this headset actually isn't the one that I want to recommend for people right at the beginning, because that one is over Prapor, which is the GSSH, because it's just that little bit less expensive. But until you get access to Prapor, you're going to have to buy the M32 from Skier. This is more important than any helmet, and one of the issues with the helmets is that you just can't really buy them at the beginning that don't block the earpiece, and it's just not worth it. You need to be able to hear where people are coming from, and that works both for scouts and for other players. In terms of a face cover, you'll just be using a basic balaclava like one.
See, I'm not playing the game right. I don't have sound. I'm not really doing anything right. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, but I just need to set up the sound. What do you say?
What do you mean you're not getting sound?
I don't put on the earphones, thus I don't hear when they're coming behind me, because there's no way to tell if an enemy's behind you with one single TV speaker. You dig?
Okay.
But say with 4 wired ones at different locations, yeah, that's more than possible. Or a headset like this.
But the sound is not coming through in the headset?
Just by my own choice, nothing more.
Of these guys, and we're not going to want to wear anything in the eyewear section either, because it doesn't do enough to actually help you. All eyewear does in this game is reduce the brightness of flashlights, and the basic ones only reduce by about 10% or so, and I still need to test whether there's still a bug that glows in the fog, so for the time being, it's easier just to not take them at all. Now, in terms of body armor, we're not going to have much choice. At the beginning, you may...
So I don't really care. It'll be a good test. If I die, I lose the entrenching tool, so what? Maybe I should just turn off the music. That's all I'm really tired of. Escape from Tarkov. Right now, I'm just not feeling like listening to the music. Music, boom. There we go. Why's chat volume down? Chat volume should be up. Yeah, that's voice. Noise reduction. What is noise reduction? I don't know what that is, but we'll try it. Chat volume. I don't know what chat and voice chat is, so maybe.
You better worry about bears.
Are you worried about bears, Mom?
No.
Do you remember that one bear in Springfield? I don't know, I just watched the one video. That's all. That's all, that's all, that's all. You know I'm out of the bathroom, right?
I know.
Okay, that's I'm just being funny, Mama. Yeah. Hilarious, rather. It's alright, that'll be fine.
May well have a couple of different pieces of armor, but if you want to just buy something from the traders, then you're going to have to go and get something from Ragman to begin with, and the earliest one is the Packer, which is the most expensive one I actually don't really like. Once you've unlocked Skier, then you have the ability to buy the second one, which is this, the Module 3M armor, and this is white, so it is going to make you a little bit more visible, but if you have a rig over the top, then it won't be so bad. And then finally, once you've got Prapor unlocked, then you can buy this guy, which is the 6B2 body armor in Flora, and this is the cheapest, and the only real disadvantage is it doesn't have side soft armor, so it stops your stomach getting blacked out when you get hit by a shotgun or something like that. But to be honest, I don't think it really makes all that much difference. You're blacked out. And this is the cheapest, and the only real disadvantage is it just won't be so bad. And then finally, once you've got Prapor unlocked, then you can buy this guy, which is the 6B2 body armor in Flora, and this is the cheapest, and the only real disadvantage is it doesn't have side soft armor, so it stops your stomach getting blacked out when you get hit by a shotgun or something like that. But to be honest, I don't think it really makes all that much difference. You're probably just going to die anyway if you're getting shot in this kind of area with most rounds, because this is only going to protect you from pistol bullets, and not even that if you're getting shot with PST, which a lot of the bears start with on their account. So just go with this, because it's basically a throwaway armor to stop you getting shotgun from the front. It'll come back in insurance, so make sure you do insure all these things, because other players aren't going to pick them up unless they're real down on the like scav, and they may well have spawned in with something actually better than this, and then just take it from there. So the Packer is probably the earliest and bare minimum one that we can get access to, so we're just going to stick that on for now. Now we need to have a tactical rig of some kind, and all of these are over on Ragman. When I have a look at his selection, the cheapest one that you can get access to is one of these guys, the Bank Robber chest rig. Now, when I was using budget kits previously, I used to use these all the time, but I realised that this is actually a bit of a false economy, and really, you should upgrade to this, the CSA. I've been using the CSA for quite a few years now, because you get 2 extra slots here for only 3,000 rubles. And the reason why this is good is because when you buy one of these and put it on you, this is really, really efficient in raid, because not only do you get the 2 slots to put something else in, and by the way, this is really useful if you have 1x3 mags, when you have it in normal inventory, it only takes up 6 slots. This means that when you have a bag or something, like we're going to look at in a second, and you find a bigger rig out in the wild, what you can do is you can put this rig down into your bag, and you can put their rig on, and because this only takes up the rig slot, you can end up getting an extra couple of squares out of this, because this is the amount of space it's taking up, and you get these extra items. So you can take 10 items out in the space of 6, which if you're running by the bag is very important. So as for the bags then, again let's go back to Ragman. Basically you're going to want to pick one up in raid, but the worst case scenario if you're really down on your luck is this, the tea bag. We'll stick that on just for the time being. This is what I meant before, so you can put the CSA, you fill this with stuff, drop all of your active items like mags and whatever else, meds, over into a different rig if you find one on a scav, and then you swap the CSA into here, and then it only takes up 6 slots, and this effectively makes the tea bag this big instead, which is a lot better. This is now 13 slots rather than 9, and this will help you just get a bit of extra loot out of raid so you can make some...
That's a good tip. Teabag and CSA. I don't have any CSA right now. on, come on. Oh yeah, let's... If I were to only strip the stock and the suppressor, it'd still be a very fair rifle, wouldn't it? Low profile mount? I don't quite need that, do I? That's still a fair rifle. It's really just the ammunition that's incredible in it. Not bad, not bad, okay. I'm still being a hoarder, but I'll be able to, yeah, like, I don't even like the fucking big-ass fuck scope on this thing. I will take it. AK-12 handguard. Oh, big whoop. The ergonomics will go down. And we take off the suppressor. Oh no, wait, this puppy's insured. Yeah, on second thought, no deal. Forgot about that. But it's good that we learned, you know, such a thing. Let's go for this one. Yeah, like, what am I gonna do with this sight on the MP7? Fuck off. And the suppressor, that can go. I've still got a perfectly good MP7. Dude, I'm actually figuring out how to play the game, and I'm feeling kind of good about it, mama. Yeah, 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 yeah. We have that. We have a quest for that, and it's found in raid. So, do I have a task for that? No, that's just found in raid. But this is found in raid with a task. It's good to read. It's good to read. So, I'm surprised the task to hand over the combat stimulant injector was not Oh no, it's not a task to hand over the injector. It's a task to... What do I get? 5 grand and a grand XP. Not bad at all. Got 3 days on my insurance. Or something there. I don't know. Okay, got that. And let's go survive factory. But let's do it as a scav first. I don't know how we're gonna do the fucking... Start off with this. These load into here. I will figure it out sometime. Well, not right now, not right now, not right now. I'm gonna go crazy with that Saiga 12 gauge, or I'm gonna die so fast. One of the two. That is a shotgun to go for factory.
The money or bring some better things out than you had before. But as I said, you're going to want to upgrade this to something else, so anything that's bigger than this that you find in raid, on either a scout or in a box or on a PMC who's dead, or maybe the one that you've killed, just get rid of the teabag and put that on instead. Now in terms of weapons, there's not a lot of choices at the beginning because as I said, you've only got Therapist and Ragman, and neither of these two sell any guns at all. So the earliest weapons you can get access to is on Skier, and you will have some, as I said, in your inventory, but you might just not want to use those or not feel comfortable with them. So he sells a bunch of different guns, and the cheapest one that he sells here is the Saiga 9. Now even if you have all of the other traders open, I actually think the Saiga 9 is not a bad choice if you want to have seriously the bare minimum in raids, because I think the Saiga 9 is better than most pistols, and it's only just slightly more. The benefits of the Saiga 9 is that you have dramatically less recoil, but you need to try to upgrade this 10-round mag as soon as you can. Where this comes from is Prapor level 1. As you can see, this takes the PP19 Vichaz mags, so if you buy this, then you can take off the 10-rounder and put this on.
You're a bitch-ass mag!
So if you buy this, it's Prapor level 1. As you can see, this takes the PP19 Vichaz mags, so if you buy this, then you can take off the 10-rounder and put this on instead. And this is much better than most pistols. As you can see, the recoil is absolutely minuscule on this, and you're going to be able to stay on target more easily, and it fires the same ammo, it fires 9mm anyway, so you may as well go for this guy. There is technically a way to get the sight on this very early as well. You go into the parts on Jaeger, and make sure you score this little bar, because at the moment it's slightly bugged and isn't working, and head yourself down into this vital parts section, and you can buy this, the PP19 Vichaz Diamond. This only costs 2,000 rubles, this is really cheap.
gonna die or I'm not. Shouldn't have hesitated. I don't know why I did. Why? What the fuck am I doing making friends? It's because being a scav. Shit. I had no chance, but I should have blasted him anyways. Womb Raider. Push Pumpkin was my name. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. Let's actually practice, honestly. Let's do scav run and practice. I want to fucking... Fuck, man, I'm just... you doing? This thing don't work. I gotta. Let's go sell that AK-12. Wanna buy the AK-12? Oh, can't function without the handguard? Yeah, I guess there's nothing to hold. Okay, so if you take that off, the weapon's inoperable. Really, it's just a damn holographic sight. sight. Two separate flashlights. What? What's the what? Suits ducks. Alright, let's go in, sell whatever we get, and then finally fucking actually play the goddamn game.
What you do is you take the back cover off here, because at this point you probably won't have the weapons bench editor, which you need to unlock the workbench level 1 in the hideout to get access to, and then you put the Vitchaz on here, and then this will allow you to put on all sorts of red dots and things like that. Some of these you can buy at level 1 traders, not from Prapor, but if you go over to Skier and have a look, you can get something like the MRS, or you can get the Pilad Weaver, and those will be compatible with that rail, so that you can put it on and have a red dot sight rather than trying to use the irons, which I know some people is going to be very difficult. So in terms of utilities and meds, we're going to need a few other things so that we don't just die straight away. Over on Therapist level 1, you'll have access to this, the AI2. I'd probably buy 2 of these. These heal up your actual health. Then you've got S-March Tourniquet, these fix heavy bleeds. You've got regular bandages, which fix up light bleeds. And you've got splints, which fix up breaks. You've also got painkillers, which are arguably one of the most important things of all time. You can technically get away without having a splint if you're near an extract, because you can use painkillers so that you can at least walk normally. You can't run without hurting yourself, but you can at least walk normally without using a splint to fix it. So these are pretty important as well. And I'll just buy 1 of each of these. Now, you should be using this thing, this search bar up here. This makes life a lot easier managing your stash. It's not that bad at the beginning, but later on it makes it 10 times easier, especially when you've got a huge stash full of stuff like I do. So you go into the med section, you can see all the meds you've got available. So what I would do at the beginning, and you use control and click to move stuff out from the item search over into your character. So you do control and click on the AI2, we pick 1 painkiller, we then pick the bandage that we were looking at a second ago, and then the S-March Tourniquet that we had there. And this is
How you doing? Hello? Mom? How you doing? I love you. Any doings?
Че на проходе встал? Заходи давай.
Oh yeah. There you
Не, пусто сейчас. От души, братан, бывай.
Would you mind throwing me a couple socks?
2 pairs or just 1 pair?
Just a pair of socks. Thank you, Mom.
These okay, red ones? I mean, they're clean, otherwise you got some laying all around.
I do have things laying just about everywhere, don't I? You want to feel how my slippers are soaked, freezing?
When you say soaked, just from sweating?
Yes, likely. Again, I don't know. That never used to happen. This is quite too gamer. So I just want to go for a practice mode, yes. What's up? What'd you say? Alright. Alright. So I'm outside, immediately outside. This is the way in.
Да вот он!
There's not really good stuttering back and forth. So you just gotta That's Tagila. Where is he? Where is he? I guess he's sprinting after me. Am I dead? Switch goddamn guns! Wow, I would have been dead. Didn't know he was there at all. didn't actually get shit. It all reverts right now. Are you feeling like going to the smoke shop today? Yeah, I can. I just didn't feel like walking today. That's all. That's all it was. That's okay, Mama. I'm sorry that I got a bum piece of equipment. It's okay if you're not feeling it, you know? Okay. Mama, I never, have I ever requested you to change any article of your clothing aside from your socks? Alright. I love you, Mama, as long as you're warm and comfortable in the insulated car, you know? That's what matters to me. Function. And if I'm huffing it, oh God, I'll die! Oh, that's all, Mama. I love you. Can you not inspect what ammo is within a thing? You just have to recognize it? If it's piranha rounds? Because it is piranha. Alright, Scab Factory. Big loot, sell it all. Big loot, sell it all. I've got a poopy gun with 10 bullets in it, but it'll be nice to practice with. I love you, Mama. Looks like Trump's suing the IRS, finally. Because the assholes are making us pay taxes, obviously. No, it's because they leaked his tax records. That doesn't sound too good. Hold on, brother, hold on. Probably gonna be more.
Опачки.
Please don't murder me. I'm running from a maniac. Please don't murder me. I'm running from a maniac. Please don't murder me. I'm running from a maniac. Oh, God. That was good enough. I sprinted off. I didn't really have that good a loot, but I just didn't want to get murdered by that guy. He's skulking around. Hey, what would you like to skedaddle now?
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready, I'd say. My sweet mom.
Заебись!
Cut off all you were going to say. No. Well, I'm ready. I suppose. All I need is the coat, and I guess I'll...
Your receipt, the package,
That's right. It's all there.
Okay.
Should be right there. I don't have the pieces together just yet. Oh, you're already coded up, man. Okay. Alright.